Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, students, today we are going to continue the second part of our topic, strategies to be successful in a job interview. And the topic that we are going to discuss is types of interview and its question. And the second type of interview is situational interview. So what is situational interviews? This involve hypothetical scenarios where you are asked how you would handle specific situations. The example questions is what would you do if you were leading a project and it was falling behind schedule? Okay, so it's giving you problems and you have to respond by solving the problems. This is called situational interviews. And the examples of question for situational interviews are like problem solving questions. Something like, imagine you are working on a critical project with a tight deadline, and suddenly you encounter a significant roadblock. How would you handle this situation? Or you notice a mistake in a report that has already been submitted to a client. How would you address this? The second question is teamwork. Okay, teamwork questions. This is still the situational, a type of situational interview. So teamwork questions like, if you were assigned to a team where one member is not contributing effectively, how would you handle the situation? Or how would you deal with a situation where you have to collaborate with a team member who has a very different working style from yours? And the next questions is customer service. Customer service. For example, a customer approaches you with a complaint about a product or service. How would you handle the situation to ensure customer satisfaction? Or if a long-term client requests a service that your company does not currently offer, how would you respond? And number 4 is adaptability question. Something like, imagine you are given a new project with a very little background information and minimal guidance. How would you approach this task? Or you are asked to learn a new software or tool on short notice. How would you go about it? Next, number 5. This is a conflict resolution question. If you were in a situation where two team members had a disagreement that was affecting the project, how would you intervene? Or how would you handle a conflict with a supervisor or manager over a decision you strongly disagree with? Number 6 is time management question. Suppose you have multiple projects with overlapping deadlines. How would you prioritize your tasks? Or how would you handle a situation where an urgent task arises unexpectedly, disrupting your planned schedule? And number 7 is decision-making questions like, imagine you have to choose between two equally qualified vendors for a project. What factors would you consider and how would you make the decision? Or another question, you are given a budget to allocate among several competing projects. How would you decide where to invest the resources? Number 8 is innovation and creativity questions. Something like, if you were asked to come up with a new idea to improve a current process, what steps would you take to develop and present your proposal? Or how would you handle a situation where you need to think outside the box to solve a unique problem? Number 9 is leadership questions like, suppose you are leading a project and halfway through you realize that the initial plan is not working. How would you handle this? Or you are asked to lead a team or inexperienced members on a critical project. How would you ensure the team's success? And the number 10 is client management question. Something like, imagine a client is unhappy with the progress of their project and threaten to cancel the contract. How would you handle the situation to retain the client? Or how would you manage a situation where a client keeps changing their requirements during the project? Well, to respond to this kind of questions, there are tips, okay? And you can take a look at the following tips, yeah, for answering situational interview questions. The same as the first type of interview, behavioral interview, you can use the STAR method. Still remember? STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result to provide a clear and organized answers. Be specific. Uh, it means you need to provide detailed, specific examples or hypothetical solution rather than vague responses. Vague means unclear responses. And next one is show your thought process. Explain the reasoning behind your decision and action to demonstrate your problem solving and decision making skills. And the last one is stay positive. Focus on constructive solutions and positive outcomes, even in challenging scenarios. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Question. Thank you very much for your attention. Salam alaikum.